Hello, my name is Dr. Keenan Grinnell and welcome to the Virtual Entrepreneurship Center. Right now we have a gentleman by the name of Mr. Mark Whitlock, who's with Central Education Center, has a very unique, what I would call educational business model. And just to jump right in, Mark, how do you describe your business model to the average day entrepreneur?
Dr. Grinnell, our business model is focused around creating a joint venture that causes a local school district, in particular its high schools, to work together with a regional technical college to operate a center, the programming in which is driven by the needs of local business. High schools converge so that students can leave those high schools and be part of the center's effort. College spends time at the center teaching certification, diploma, other types of programs that allow students to jump ahead while they're in high school. So it's a blend of different educational agencies in a center. It's driven by the needs of local business. Students spend part of their day there, and they gain a focus in a career area of interest.
I heard you recently mention that part of the model is basically that of an apprenticeship, internship. Are there other kind of investments that have been made by the business community that really makes your model a very robust model?
It's a great question, Dr. Grinnell. The business community has invested dollars that go into equipping labs. Let me give you one example. In the early days of CEC, Yamaha Motor Manufacturing had a big project to automate a lot of its manufacturing of golf carts. They had to decide whether to build a large facility in Newnan, and they had to figure out how to get a pipeline of people who over the years could gain skills in automation and manufacturing. We worked with them at CEC as we were opening to put together a lab, which they funded, that teaches young people different aspects of the automated manufacturing process. So for years now, we've been developing that young pipeline of folks who understand automation and manufacturing and are ready to go to places like Yamaha to go to work. By the way, Yamaha decided to build that $40 million facility in our community to add 300 new jobs. Today they are the largest private employer in our community.
Wow. Now I guess, based on how you just responded to that, I'm thinking of the difference between being prepared for a job and the difference between being prepared for a career pathway. Where does your business model fit on that particular continuum?
Yeah, it fits on the continuum that says we're going to let young people explore different career pathways so that they can decide on a career, and we'll help them get their entry point into that career. Along the way, we will have taught them much about the career, and the internship, the apprenticeship that you mentioned, will teach them even more about the career in the company, not just the job.
Okay. How can entrepreneurs and small business owners take advantage of your business model? I have a great business idea, and there's this tremendous educational infrastructure that you've supplanted in your community. So how can I, with a great idea, begin to connect with the type of business model that you have for the betterment and the success of my new business adventure?
Sure. Let me tell you how one local company did that. Maybe it's an example of how entrepreneurs can do that. Local company, a couple of engineers decided that they wanted to develop their own design business. They could design and develop parts for manufacturers. They called on us at Central Educational Center to supply first one and now more apprentices who had learned engineering design while they were in high school. The first of those apprentices that we supplied, a young man just out of high school, has been with that engineering design firm several years now. He's probably designed more than 10 patentable parts that the company has sold and is selling to manufacturers.
Okay.
So that's one way that an entrepreneur connected to what we do.
Okay. What type of educational training matches work well with, you say, for instance, new emerging ventures in terms of areas like manufacturing and healthcare? What is the ideal sort of type of educational training program to sort of launch those kinds of ventures? Because I heard you mention in your presentation earlier that manufacturing and healthcare are two primary industries in your area. So how is that educational training component sort of centered around the manufacturing and the healthcare, industries?
Sure. Let's talk about that engineering design focus that we've got, where we're teaching softwares that are used by companies around the world. We're teaching this to 16, 17, 18-year-olds so that they can go out and help those entrepreneurial and other companies to develop their 3D design capacities. I can think of a case where we've got today a young man, 17 years old. He's helping university interns at a local company learn how to do 3D design. So there's one area where we can help manufacturing. An area where we can help healthcare is in that entry-level credentialing, both in the dental side and in the nursing side. We've got college programs delivered to high school students that yield certifications that are known to the Georgia Dental Association, for example, that help a dentist office to operate more efficiently, effectively, to see more patients, and allow a dentist and a hygienist to be more productive, while this dental assistant that we help to train spends more of the time chairside with the patient. On the nursing side, the nurse aide credential that we offer at the collegiate level leads to the National CNA Certified Nursing Assistant examination.
Okay.
So many local and small healthcare concerns, as well as large hospitals, use CNAs as their point of entry in the nursing career.
Gotcha.
Those are ways that we can help entrepreneurs and large businesses
Okay.
who need similar credentials.
Okay. What type of entrepreneurs, in your opinion, are in a readiness level to take advantage of the reordering of things that I kind of heard you mention in your presentation, initiated by CEC?
I think entrepreneurs who are open to the idea that young people can do more at younger ages than we might have earlier thought. But isn't that a key trait of entrepreneurs? They're open to new ideas. It's not a new idea that young people can perform at high levels. We've seen that all throughout our history as a nation. I think it is a new idea in the last 20, 30 years that young people can utilize all of this breakthrough technology at such a young age. They're more than capable if we give them the coaching, the education, the training, and allow them to practice those skills with local companies.
If I'm a smart entrepreneur getting ready to launch my new venture, and I'm seeing this online module video that's being produced right now, what role could the parents of these young people play in helping me get the best possible type of talent, for my particular business venture? What role is CEC playing in terms of, connecting parents inside of that success equation?
That's a great question. Parents are beginning in our community, I think, to understand all the great opportunities that young people have at earlier ages. I think it's taken a little bit of time for parents to understand both what we do, but also to understand the new workplace. Some parents are in that new workplace, some are transitioning to that new workplace, some have retired from what is now the new workplace. I think, if I think about an industry like manufacturing, I think about parents who may not have seen the type of advanced manufacturing that goes on today
Right.
in Noonan, Georgia.
They're thinking about the old time
That's
factory work
right.
floor.
That's right. They're thinking about the factory work floor,
Mm.
not the factory work floor today that you can eat from.
Right.
I mean, it is so clean and
Right.
efficient. The factories today, the manufacturing today is advanced. It's going to be advanced. We have to do that to create the new manufacturing revolution in America. It has to be automated and advanced. So we have to help parents understand that their young people have opportunities that they did not have. We have to distinguish between the workplace of today, the workplace of yesterday, the technology of today, the technology of yesterday. And I think parents are beginning to understand what that means to their young people.
So if I'm going to build my team successfully from the ground floor and secure that talent that I really want, then I'm going to make sure that I connect with the parents as well and educate them.
I'm going to start with parents, probably of students in middle school, and
As young as
as we do, to help those parents understand. We've started now at the direction of our local business community. We've started an 8th grade charter college and career academy, a school within a school at CEC, so that we can get more and younger students to understand that technology and understand their opportunities, and get their parents more engaged in understanding what those opportunities can be.
I'm going to be a man of my word. So one last question. Lay out a CEC replication process and time frame based on all things are equal. You know, I told you I'm in the Wisconsin area. I am so intrigued by this particular model. So if I wanted to take this kind of model back to Milwaukee, say, I'm very serious about it. What's the time frame from just meeting you, just having this opportunity to connect with you, to actually now opening up first day of instructional training?
All things being equal, 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, if you'll take the approach of first gathering stakeholders, getting everybody to the table who needs to be there, then analyzing what the local business community needs, then designing programs based around that analysis, not based on what you think, but based around the analysis.
Okay.
Developing those programs, implementing them, and then developing an evaluation system so you can constantly improve. The ADDIE process is one that we recommend and that we've written about.
Okay. Mark, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr.
Okay,
Green.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much.